it's hard to find work in the metal world as a saxophone player. So
Yeah.
it's a good thing you transition to the drums 'cause
Yeah, unless you listen to like Rivers of Nile or Between the Buried and Me or something, but that's pretty niche. And then I guess after saxophone, I just started, I don't know, I guess I just started like hand drumming on things and whatever. So when I was about, I think I had just turned 14 or something, my uncle also plays drums and he came down for like Thanksgiving one time. And I'd already asked my grandma about this drum kit that was the neighbors, and it was sitting in their shed, like it was an insulated shed, so it was like not like it was in the weather or nothing. But I just remember walking by the shed and looking through the glass door and being like, there's a drum set in there. Whose drum set is that? And she was like, oh, it's the neighbors. They can't have it in the living room. Later I would find out that like drums in living rooms don't really work out too well, so I remember like asking her like, can I play it? And she was like, nah. Later on, I asked her again, and then she was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So I went in there and I just started banging on the drums, and I was like, man, this is so cool. Like, it's so loud, this is awesome. And then I don't know what was said, but like one thing led to another, and I ended up with the drum kit. It was just this like cheap pawn shop drum set, it had two cymbals, and I guess their thinking on it was, well, if he's gonna, get serious about it, like let's let him like beat this one to death and kind of like respect it a little bit. Well, I got it all together and I just started playing on it, and then I found this little boombox thing or whatever. I went and bought a Nirvana's
never mind.
yeah, I bought Nevermind. I don't know why I forgot that. I bought Nevermind and I put the headphones on, but it wasn't loud enough for the drum. The drums were way too loud, so I couldn't hear the music. So I took my hat and I would put my hat on over the headphones so they'd squish to my ears. And I started playing along to that Nevermind album. And I was like, wow, this is cool. This is what this feels like. Cause I would hear it and be like, well, that sounds like a bass drum. That's this drum. That's this drum. Those are those. I hear this. So I could like kind of put it together in my head. And I guess I just had like a natural ability to like keep time. And one Thanksgiving, my uncle came over and, they'd always casually talked about him playing the drums, and he sat down behind it and like tuned it up a little bit, had a key there.
That
And
makes a difference, eh?
yeah, it sounded good then, he started playing it and I was just blown away. I was like, oh, wow, that sounds so cool. Like, man, I want to do that. And then it just never stopped. I became obsessed with them, taking them apart, changing heads on them, making sure that like they sounded good, like learning how to tune them, playing along to like my favorite records. And then I joined a band when I was 17. And then I played in a band for like a year or so. And then I went to like another band, and then it just kept going. I just kept joining bands, and it just kind of went from there.